Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight to Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 6 of my NBA 2K15 MyLeague with the Indiana Pacers. And as you saw there, Rodney Stuckey did not get healthy in time for the trade deadline, but I don't think I would have really decided to trade him anyway. I think I do want to keep him around on next year's team. You can see Roy Hibbert is out with a hyperextended shoulder. I could have had him play through that injury, but at this point in the season, it looks like I highly doubt we're going to make a playoff run here, so I'd rather just sit him out, and maybe it even costs us a game and moves us up in the lottery. So anyway, let's get the earnings
pregame show presented by Sprite.
Hello everybody and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Knicks in New York. And guys, when you look at the Knicks, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. All right, Shaq, the state of the game when it comes to centers. You know, decades ago you had some of the greatest to ever play the game. How do you rank some of your favorites in the present day game?
I'm going to just give you a few names, Ernie. DeMarcus Cousins, he can score, he can rebound, he's underrated on defense. Dwight Howard, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Resume speaks for itself, even though I think he should average 28 and 15. Brook Lopez, maybe the best low-post scorer in the game today. Joakim Noah, reigning Defensive Player of the Year, passion and all-around impact. And my last, Ernie, Andre Drummond. He's a beast. It might be his league in a few years.
Those are some good ones. Well done. Let us send it down now to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
So I did get a comment in the last video that I should stop putting those little pregame shows into the video because they're boring to watch. And first, I apologize for not replying to that. Actually, I really shouldn't apologize because you didn't have... Some people will comment on videos, but I can't reply to them because of I guess they don't have Google Plus or something. I never never fully understood what the whole thing there was. But anyway, so if you realize there's no reply button next to your comment, maybe you should try to figure that out. But you guys can just skip the intro or the pregame. It's not going to be that challenging. All you gotta do is go to the little time bar in the bottom of the video and just skip ahead about a minute. It is not a huge burden. So anyway, let's get into the gameplay. It's 14-7. New York got off to a quick 9-0 start. We've answered back, though, got it down to 7. And look at this horrendous defense by the New York Knicks. They have 4 guys in a single line, and Harrison Barnes is just sitting in the corner with his hands wide open, and he knocks down that 3. That was about the easiest corner 3 Harrison Barnes is ever going to get. So 17-14 here now. 3-point game. Melo coming off the screen, and he's going to knock down that jumper. He is so deadly on offense, and he proved it once again today. 5-point game now. Here's Pablo Prigioni with the ball, crossing up on our defender CJ Miles, but he actually stays with him. Poor defense, though, by Harrison Barnes. He cannot stay with Jason Smith, and Smith knocks down the layup. So it's still a 5-point game here. Steve Blake in the corner. He knocks that one down, and we've gone from down 9 to start the game to back to a 2-point game, and now early in the second quarter. Here's Amari Stoudemire. Yes, it looks like it could be the Amari Stoudemire revenge game, as he is back in New York for the first time since being traded away. And if you guys did notice, David West and George Hill were starting for the New York Knicks this game, so that trade is making a pretty big impact on both teams, it seems like. So anyway, here is J.R. Smith to the hoop. He gets the and one. He's had a good start to this game. It's a 4-point lead for the Knicks. Now here, looks like someone got hurt back there. I think it might have been Amon Shumpert, so it's 4-on-5, but still somehow Samuel Dallenberg gets open, and he slams it down, so it's a 6-point lead. Now still a 6-point game. Barnes coming off a screen. He knocks down that 3, and it's back to 3. So the Pacers sticking with the Knicks right now. The Knicks are, I believe, 10 games over 500, and are looking like they're going to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, probably as like a top 6 or maybe top 5 seed. I'm not 100% sure what the standings look like, but I assume if you're 10 games over 500 in the East, you're at least doing that well, and probably even better, quite frankly. But David West down low, once again, our fast break defense had some issues this game. We were allowing guys to get wide open under the basket on fast break, and that's happened a couple times, and will happen a couple more times. But Stuckey to the hoop, slams it down in the half court, and it's back down to 6. Now here is Tim Hardaway Jr. crossing up our man, and check out the Euro step right there. Once a guy like that in 2K gets into that animation, there is no stopping him. So easy 2 points for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now Barnes to the hoop, just barreling his way through. And if you guys have not noticed, Harrison Barnes has gotten off to a quick start this game, and by the title, you can probably tell how he finishes it off. He's going to drop a 40-burger this time around. But we're down to a 4-point game here. Prigioni gives it to Carmelo Anthony, and he's got a big white center on him. That is Shane Whittington starting in place of Roy Hibbert. While Hibbert is gone, and yeah, Carmelo's going to win that matchup 10 times out of 10, so... Anyway, we go into the half down by 4, 52-48. Check out the halftime report here. Boy, I do like this thing that 2K put in. I hope they keep it. It is a nice little informal, I don't even know what the informative little graphic there. So anyway, 52-48 is the score. Collison lobbing it up to Harrison Barnes, and it's back to a 2-point game. Did I just say Collison? I think I meant Stuckey there, but anyway, here is the fast break, and that is George Hill with the little floater. So it's back to a 2-point game. Now here's Rodney Stuckey giving it to Harrison Barnes at the break. Harrison Barnes is just going to dribble around the defense, go up for the layup, and get it to go. And we are officially tied for the first time since it was 0-0. But here's David West giving it to J.R. Smith. And check out the backdoor cut by Melo. Doesn't look like Barnes ever saw him. And Harrison Barnes has really struggled on defense since we've got him. Hope that does turn around. I was hoping that when we got him, he could be a two-way player. But here's Tristan Thompson on the offensive rebound. That is what he does best, getting the putbacks. That's pretty much how he gets his 12 points every night. But now here's Melo, and you can see Barnes just bad. Actually, that was Solomon Hill, so I can't blame that one on Barnes. But Hill, bad defense there, and Melo gets an easy layup now. Or not even sure if he shot a layup or a mid-range. I wasn't quite looking, but anyway, layup down low. Now it's a 4-point game once again. Jose Calderon dribbling to the hoop, actually jumps or does the little jump pass there, and finds Pablo Prigioni, who is just a step in front of the 3-point line. And ends up getting it to go. But more bad defense by the Knicks, and Barnes with an easy mid-range. He knocks that down. So still 6-point game though. Calderon with the ball, crossing up. He's going to end up just pulling up there as bad defense on my part. Just gave Calderon too much space. Calderon is a deadly shooter from all parts of the court, so cannot give him any space. There is Andrea Bargnani. No, that is Jason Smith. I guess Bargnani got traded. I didn't even think about it, but he must have gotten traded or gotten hurt. He got traded in my my career when I did it, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got traded again. But we get another 2-pointer there, so it's still an 8-point game. Still trying to hang in there, but the Knicks offense proving very hard to stop. And you can see there's an offensive putback for Samuel Dalembert and one on Mike Muscala. So an 11-point lead now for the Knicks. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. crossing up on the fast break, and he'll pull up there for the 10-foot, 8-foot jump shot, and he will get it to go. So 12-point game after a free throw from the Pacers. Here's Melo, though, icing this one home with a mid-range jumper. It makes it 14 now with 7.5 minutes to play. Going to be awfully hard to come back on this team. But we're going to do our best. Donald Sloan on the fast break. He's going to give this one to Rodney Stuckey, who gets the contact layup. So it's down to 12. Now another fast break opportunity for the Knicks. Here's Harrison Barnes. You can see his point total at the top of the right, or the top right corner of the screen. But Barnes slamming it down on Carmelo Anthony. Second straight game, Harrison Barnes posterized as an NBA superstar. Last time it was Anthony Davis, now it is Carmelo Anthony. But Anthony would have his answer. He gives a little give and go, or a little two-man game with Samuel Dalembert there. Gets the 2. Now it's a 9-point lead. We have a chance to cut it to 7, though, with 5.5 to play. Could get back in this one as Barnes makes the contact layup on the fast break, but now it's back up to 9. Here is George Hill running the break, controls the ball, though, after getting bumped by our man Harrison Barnes. And then you can see Barnes just leaves Melo wide open. Carmelo knocks it down up to 11. Now Hardaway Jr. off the miss in the fast break. Gives it to Carmelo, who's going to take it all the way to the hoop. And Carmelo Anthony was just unstoppable this game. That's really where we miss Paul George. Hopefully when we have him back next year, he'll be the type of guy that can at least hope to contain Carmelo Anthony on one end of the floor. So anyway, here's Barnes, though. We're trying to get him his 40-point total as he gets the reverse layup right there. And he does end up dropping 40 points in Madison Square Garden, as I said. And here it comes again. He's actually going to give this one up to Donald Sloan, who is wide open for the 2-pointer. And it's actually a 9-point game, but with a minute and a half to play, we'll try our best, but I don't think it's very realistic trying to come back here. Stuckey all the way to the hoop, gets it down to 7. And as you can see, that is about as close as it would get. Here come the Knicks again. Here's George Hill, Euro step, gives it to David West, the old Pacers connection. And West slams it down to end off this game. Actually, we do have one more possession. And it's going to be a Donald Sloan 3 that he actually miraculously makes. So we end up getting down by 6, and then we ended up fouling them a couple times, and the score looks a little different. But basically, they win 108-99. We were never really in this one. I mean, we were in it, but we were never really in control of that one. It did feel like the Knicks were going to win it throughout. So another loss. We'll have one more regular season gameplay coming out. It is going to be a game against the Celtics in early April, and then we will get into the offseason. I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream the offseason yet or not. I've tried doing it in the past, but it's really hard to schedule it because I just often end up recording stuff long before I end up posting it. Not long before, but usually a day or two in advance, so it gets a little tricky. But anyway, take a look at the box score here. Barnes, 42 points on 33 shots, so a pretty efficient 42 points from him. And you can see the rest of the team there. I was pretty much going for it at the end of the game. If you guys want to fault me for that, oh well. Melo gets 33 on 24 shots. He had a really good game. Ends up getting 2 steals and I thought that said 3 blocks for a sec. My preview screen's pretty small, but that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Just I'm out. Peace.